Yes, Mickey. I didn't know if anyone dropping in then. I thought, let's see if it works at 1:30. Good to see you, mate. I think there's only me and Lee. Oh, Sash is in. Oh, no, Jenny's here. Don't let me keep you awake if you are. Go to bed, please. I've only just woke up, so... Hey, here we go. Wolfman, Ryan, hello. Hey, good day, FJ. All good here. Really good. I've been watching AY most of the day. Wow, I will go again. The crowd's enormous, weren't they? That were well done to everyone there. Just woke up, and then we're like wide awake, like it was 6 a.m. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna have to get up then. Just gonna have to get up. Then I came and sat here. We're listening to another live, like, oh, here we, same old, same old. I thought, just do an hour myself. And here we are. Oh, I wanted to check something out as well in the chat. Give me a second. Wide awake, Club GC, welcome. Someone got timed out yesterday, apparently, and it just made no sense. I'm like, well, that won't make no sense. They're part of the channel. I've said a million times, timeouts drive me absolutely mad because it's like putting a kid in corner, and we're all adults. So I want to find out what happened. Because, I mean, I don't mod like the way I would mod is if someone time out, waste of time, innit? If they're either in the chat or they're not. Or just delete it because it's against, you don't want to even smack someone at they've either made a mistake, delete it. There's no to be modded. It's just deleted. Or if they're an arsehole, they're not in the chat. I don't think we're the timeout thing. I hate the timeout thing. I don't like it at all. It's weird. It's for spamming is timing out, where someone's just literally spamming. No, it doesn't tell me who did it. And the comment that got timed out was things that you people are talking about making out their lefty thing actually are not. They're universal. What's wrong with that? No deleted messages, one time out. Why doesn't it tell you who's doing? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. It just shows me that you've only. It just says one time out, so you've been timed out once, but it doesn't say by how. But there's literally nothing there that should have been timed out, and I want to find out what it is as well, especially because it looks like it's been a response to you mentioning the word lefty. Isn't it weird? I mean, when you're timing someone out, you're basically saying to someone, "Don't bloody come back here." And I'm insulted when someone does it to me. It should tell you, shouldn't it, Jenny? It should tell you everything. In fact, it should tell me more. I should be able to click moderator activity, and it should show me the job lot. It's daft. What if I watch the replay? What if I watch the? Okay. Oh well, I'll be asking. I'll find out. I will definitely find out if you remember. It's the last thing you want. I hate the timeout thing. It could have been a misunderstanding if someone's just seen left. Well, it can't be actually. You can't misunderstand. It's but I should better find out. And I know if I start watching the main chat on a night, I'm going to get distracted and focused on that all the time, constantly. Weird. Hey, after morning. Morning, Yen. Devil Bud, DP. And it won't. He said, and also it wasn't even a few minutes. He said he got timed out. He couldn't even comment till the next live. Just taking piss in it. I'm gonna have to just go a bit more out to it. Should we get a link? See if anyone's jump up. A sucker. What do they call it? Fling a hook out. Ralph, welcome, Ralph. No, it wasn't today. It was yesterday. Oh, same old, deep dafter. You will be placed on remand. Absolutely. And at one point, I thought it were an absolute setup at one point when there were this bloke at the front, not a setup, mainly people just trying to bring people down. There were some people that were just right at the front, going right into police, stepping back, right into police, stepping back. It just looked like a massive big plant, and everyone gets in trouble because of it. Because of it's weird, isn't it? But I thought it were amazing outside the police station, the amount of people that were there. That's what it's about. They're saying, hang on a minute, no. And all that get washed over then with all that violence. And if there's a peaceful protest, why are police putting police lines in, saying stand back, which gets people's backs up? It's as if it's a textbook way to make sure you've got all that all that shit on floor bricks and all that debris. So they put the line in, full well it's all well, it's like watching last year's videos. It's the same again. Yeah, rest in peace, Henry. It's and then on a couple, like you said, a couple of days they're gonna be knocking doors down, aren't they? Morning raids. All headlines will be that. Nothing to do with Henry. Well, so the media will do their job. There were a bloke up front, right? Well, we should have a look because we can find out now. We can have a look at and say, well, you're wrong. And it's weird behaviour, like 50-year-old bloke up front. It's weird. Yeah. Oh, and well, it was that police line that were ridiculous. I saw that police line and I thought, oh my God, here we go. And it was such a weak line as well, just one line of police, not 2, 3 deep. So they knew they weren't worried. They didn't. A joke. Morning, Tony. Oh yeah, they weren't messing about. I seen they were like they're getting batons up and like ready to whack them. Someone had got whacked in the face. But it were about that time that you're on about that I thought this is suspicious. It was just one bloke that made me think, yours dodgy, you. Yeah. Yes, Jason, thanks for the super chat, mate. I've seen shirtless guitar guy popped up the other day, mate, one of your pals. Seen him for ages. And that's another thing. There's some there that were filming everyone and what they were up to. And I see why he gets triggered over that. It's funny to watch. He has me in stitches. But you can see he gets angered over that. You see his principles come out. He had to fucking his voice. It's mad. Some odd people turned up, did they? I didn't see the masked ones. They were like them at the front, ready, steady, retro, that unmasked. Sure, I'd seen him before, wearing like grey, quite a small bloke. Oh, AY were buzzing about that live stream, absolutely, and rightly so. I know some people will go, "Oh, only bothered about this, only bothered about that," but he's not. That's just not what he's about. Whilst yes, that all that is, with all them Henrys in that chat, it's just modern day, isn't it? That was basically allowing people to be there as well. So no, I don't, and if he'd have gone other way and gone, they'd have gone, oh, it's just milking Henry's death. If he'd have gone other way, just get no, it's not fair. People just accept people for who they are. Constantly looking for people for faults or something to go on at instead of just taking the positives. He will have been buzzing if he had 10,000 in. It doesn't take away from him being disgusted what's happened to the lad. No, I don't see the connection. Exactly, that's what I was trying to say. Exactly that, yes. Exactly, Tony. It's that response that you see. It's that instant response. Why have we got a line of riot police when there's not yet been a riot? There's got to be an escalating reason. There were just a lot of people wanting to show their absolute disgust. That's all. We needed the police on the top of the stairs. Although, hang on, thinking about it, that wouldn't have gone too well. Speak, sure. Nah, they're just they're getting that police line move forward, and they went to the street where they met. Oh, did they? Well, that makes me think very. Did they? Is that what I was watching? Is that what street they were on, Flora? Right. I mean, I just assumed that was. I get that if that's what we're going on. I agree. But I thought they were just literally this. That was the side of the police station. He's probably out of the country, that copper. Oh, well, that changes things, doesn't it, up there? So, yes, that street they were on was where he lived. The police line was 3 houses. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I see. Right, well, that does change the fact that what were the need for the police line? I get that. Then they did. They weren't interfering with the right to protest. They were just preventing getting to that property. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, we'll bow down, Mickey, won't we? We'll bow down. Yeah. Well, I was just astounded, and every time I see it, I'm astounded. I see someone pick up a brick, throw it at a piece of plastic shield, and go, "Yay!" Hang on, right? You have just literally put yourself in prison for what? To hit a piece of plastic shield with it is absolutely moronic. Now I understand the anger, but how your thought process could not think that's not a wise thing to do when there's just media cameras everywhere, police inspectors sat above, helicopters. What? No, come on. You gotta be wiser than that. And it's more than that. Then all the media just focus on that, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. Everyone were there, weren't they? Let's name who were there. Tommy Robinson, Nick Tenconi. Who else? Tommy Robinson, who did I see? Nick Tenconi. Did we hear Richard Ingham on megaphone? God, that were a mad one. That were a mad one. Bloody hell. Danny Tomo. I think you've made a spelling mistake there. Typo. FJ does ridiculous. Yes, Young Bob. Young Bob were there. I was expecting to see News Now Yorkshire pop up. I'd not spoken to him, but I had a feeling he might have popped up. Andy Public were there. Who else were there? Andy Public, he were there. Cozzy. Cozzy were there. No DP. What happened, DP? Yes, Sasha, we got it at the same time. Cozzy were there. AY and Toos, Young Bob got a mention on. Did you see? I seen Toos's video 4 hours ago. That's popped. Paul Golding, yeah, Paul Golding got a massive reaction, you know. Paul Golding, you got some right. Cheers. Stripey. AY made news at 10. Let me look at that. AY did absolutely brilliant. Have a look. It was at 10. I'll look tomorrow. Lane, I didn't see Lane there. You've been busy already. Yeah, Richard Ingham was there. I was giggling at Richard Ingham. He's very passionate, is Richard. Very passionate bloke. He tickles me. Lane got it in the head, did he? It's very dangerous. I mean, I want AY to get an helmet. I don't like it. He should. It might look ridiculous. It'd be funny, but it is what it is. Even a tiny little brick with a catapult and stuff. You need some protection. Wesley Winter, he were there. Oh, well, Lane's clear. I never even seen Lane live. GB News as well, AY. Yeah. Andy Public. I'm sure you got banned on YouTube. Just TikTok. I'm sure it's Andy Public. Is it? No. You know he is. You were with him at a video where he got banned. Where that migrant got his tickle tackle out. Yeah, I didn't expect to see it tech neither. I thought he would have quietly dipped, to be being honest. Don't know what you mean. Yeah, it's not beef. Don't know. Oh, well, Billy Moore. I didn't see. Oh, yeah, I did see Billy Moore on AY's. I saw AY's. Yeah, it never cut out once, Tony. Just before it got dark, I stopped watching. I just couldn't. Pitiful. Oh, don't you say it when your lighter goes. I'm back. Yes, Maximus. What's he going? Just having a chill. Hey, Stitch. Good morning. A Vincent Vega tribute page, yeah. I went and had a look. There's no on it. If you want to go through and Get some clips, get on it if you want to do that. Oh, he were brill. But there's no to worry about anyway. Fake voice Sam says he's alive with confidence. So no to worry about because fake voice Sam says he's alive. Dave. No, there definitely wasn't DP. There was some mistakes made, mate. There was some mistakes made, but we'll have to just wait and see. I'm with you. I seen it. Oh, no evidence to back it up. Vincent Vegas, which were basically just ass licking Dave and Michelle. You know, she's got no evidence. She knows nothing. She don't know anything about any of it. Oh, thank you, Be Free. Yeah. I thought she joined the panel. I hadn't listened to it back yet. Yeah, something else that requires a sick bucket. Yes, not left, not right. Good to see you. It's Farage's fault, is it? How's it Farage's fault? Apparently they've not commented, have they? They're all terrified to rock any boat, aren't they? They've got no backbone. No, that's what it's just. That's it. They've got no back. They just will not, unless their statistical analogy, whatever thing they're using, says yes, it's a no. Literally, I mean, disgraceful, James. I heard it about an hour ago. I thought you are fucking something else, you. Yeah, cheeky fucker. God, shit joint panel for a moment. Oh. Farage just released a statement. Let's have a look. Oh, it's top news. It's one of the top news stories. Farage's statement on there. A lot of people are looking for that. Oh, he's raging. He's raging, is Farage. Oh, right. Oh, I'm late to fucking work all this out. So, right. I guess he's getting the blame because he's released his rage. Well, good for him. Keir Starmer, or GB News are saying Keir Starmer. Oh, I haven't seen any of this. I'm going to play a video. I haven't seen any of this. That's AY's fault because being busy, too busy on live.
A much loved young man, and this has understandably been devastating for his parents, for his family, and everybody who knew him.
Well, we know that.
And I have seen the body cam footage. It's harrowing.
Yes.
And I have to say, as a father of a 17-year-old boy,
yeah,
I felt sick.
Well, yeah.
It is absolutely wrong.
Eh? So here it is here. So he said, the family have said they do not want this whipped up. They have been through the most extraordinary, awful experience, and they don't want it whipped up. And Nigel Farage is completely wrong to use this to try and create division. Why does he comment this Keir Starmer like this? He's very foolish, isn't he, sometimes? Because he's just putting an emotional blackmail on him right there. He's basically saying, no. Henry's family are saying, don't do that. It's our son. Then as politicians, as humans, we really should start when they start. God, this sick bucket's getting used a lot. That still don't bring me to Farage's statement. I mean, it's a bit toned down to what he said after South. It's a little bit toned down, but it's still the same type of feeling from Starmer there, isn't he? Still the same type of... Yeah, he's lost his... He's not as mouthy. He's definitely not as mouthy. Oh, he looks angry and all, just Farage here. He looks like he's affected, definitely. The copper were more worried about himself than that lad, and he were in the job for himself, not to serve the public. He saw before his eyes. I might as well just get rid of it because it'll just encourage get the Vega account. It'll just encourage other nonsense. There's no on channel anyway. You know what I mean? We don't know who it is, so I just get rid of it, Angela. Right, let's have a look at Farage.
Nigel, what did you mean this morning when you said people should respond with pure cold rage with regards to...
Oh, right. Oh. Nigel. People...
I thought the way the Novak family behaved was with very, very great dignity. I felt desperately sorry for them. But yes, I feel a sense of cold rage at the way the police treated somebody who was stabbed. They didn't believe him. The last words on earth, this man Herb, were his rights being read out to him, all because of a false accusation of racism. And the police have been trained and told, you must take that seriously.
That's what I said.
Else. A false accusation of racism counted higher at that moment than somebody who was dying.
Yep. That's what I said.
We had an email come through this morning from a senior Hampshire police officer who said, we are told to police incidents differently according to the ethnicity of those involved. They are the instructions given to police.
Yes,
and
Devil,
police in
good
Southampton
question.
would have been working to those rules. This is two-tier Britain, and I'm totally opposed to it. I'm opposed to DEI. I'm opposed to positive discrimination. I believe if we're going to live in a free and fair country, everybody must be judged equally on their merits.
Let's turn to Makerfield, so your candidate, Robert Kenyon. He's been accused of not being fit to be an MP after homophobic and misogynistic comments.
I know.
Do you approve of that kind of language that was used in the past?
I approve of real people getting into politics.
Yep.
Not a North London set who go to good schools at Oxford and Cambridge and who seem to have no joshing or sense of humour. Some of the things that he's being accused of were literally jokes, and I think we take this all far too seriously.
Yeah, it gets ridiculous.
100%.
Ignore him, Nigel. Ignore him.
Investigated for a £5 million donation made to you by Christopher Harborne. Do you still maintain that it was the right thing to do to not declare that gift?
Nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with Parliament, nothing to do with my job. I wasn't even an MP at the time. Nothing to do with it at all.
You bought a £1.4 million
Oh,
property
please.
in cash shortly after that.
No, I didn't. I bought a 1.4 million property, and the money was cleared, and the anti-money laundering transactions were cleared on the 21st of March. End of.
He gets so mad, doesn't he? I get it. He's like, end of. End of. End of. It's your next Prime Minister there. Fashion icon, apparently. Yeah, what next? He's a laughing at Mark. It is. What next? In fact, I think we've done half an hour. We're going to say good night. Farage. Yeah, no to lose. What do you want me to stay? I don't think you'd want me to just be I always feel bad keeping you up. I think it's always late. But if you enjoy me being live, I'll stay live. But I always feel bad with it. But I'm like, oh, it's late. We're only just chatting. Yeah, it's probably just, I'm happy, me, Mickey. So when you are, I think, okay. My head, I'm thinking, well, I don't want it to be a load, I'd rather be not on than it be a load of crap. No, okay, no, you reassure me then. Good. Yeah, as long as they do, yeah, go to bed. Right, I'm going to go. Give me 2 minutes to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we'll get the party going. Yeah, I'm good. Welcoming karaoke, well, over the white started. I'm not sure what you mean, actually. So yeah, what were the distance then from the police station to that house? I can't believe I've missed that clear bit. I literally thought that was the side of the police station, and it had just not moved. So AY must have moved then. Yeah, it wasn't just me. About an hour's walk. Wow, how could I not know? Wow. Why can't Maximus might have me blocked or something because I can't even see Maximus, right? So I see you all arguing with someone called Maximus, But I cannot see. Oh, yeah, I can. Shut up. It's here. Sasha, take my advice. Right, see, that's why I'm not sick, because I'm just ignoring that. What, it don't even make sense. What are you even on about? Sasha, take some. You don't know. Oh, well, that you see, you're on about there. What the hell? Grammar policing. Did you see someone did grammar police the other day and got it wrong? They called someone out. They went, "It's you are." They had the it was just wrong. That was funny. I mean, I definitely don't want them timed out. I definitely don't want anyone timed out. I want unless it's just that you just go you just water off a duck's back in it. It's literally it's no, and no, you definitely shouldn't be getting ads. The only place you should be getting ads, Carrie, is on maybe sometimes at the bottom under the definitely not over the screen. Definitely shouldn't be getting anyone else getting ads. Okay, Stepper. I mean, that's why I don't get involved, because this is exactly why I don't get dragged in, because I'm not aware of any of the history, and I know that a lot of people there you are. So that's why I know I have it right if I don't get involved in the modding, mostly because when you do go and look into it, they go, yeah, but what happened last week, or what happened week before, and so on. There's always a lot more to this shit. So no, you definitely shouldn't be getting ads. Yeah, over messages, I've left all that on, all that good, all them should be on, yeah. Just click them off. And they're not happy that I'd not putting my dads on. They're relentless. Why are you not doing it? We've noticed you're not doing it. We think it's a great time to do it. They really want them on. I saw that other day, gas pipe, industrial sized food machinery. You been playing any games? Yes. Did it get like that? See, I just stayed on AYs. And it were me okay me that I were in another stream elsewhere, and then me okay me because I'd left the protest. And then I seen me okay comment that it were kicking off. So I asked him where he were watching. He says AY. That's what I spotted out. That AY were just fuming when he seen it happening, and then realised he could do sod all about it. So he's like, but linkage, you got you. Yeah, I've just done exactly the same. I got some new t-shirts, pair of jeans. Look very middle-aged. Just buy it. Morning, gamer.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
If they put it on without asking, it's 300 quid angling, 150 if they ask. Going rate. In fact, that's
What?
before inflation. A couple of years ago, that 450 now.
What is?
Please, ITV and other such companies just going online, clips from people's stuff and banging it on actual news.
Oh, I see.
Whereas
Wow.
whereas before they'd have to go out and get send people out, wouldn't they, on the ground?
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh well, we'll just let other AY can do it for us for free. No.
Are they using the fair use or Jamie or not?
Well, they've got to. I suppose they are, yeah, because it's transformed into a news story. I guess they could say, we know they could just say, yeah, whatever. What are you going to do about it? I think they know that. But to avoid any hassle from what I've seen, they're just happy to go. Oh, we apologise.
I was here start the day and they went with for the mine. I thought that was one of the maddest live streams I've ever seen again.
Oh, it was.
I thought they messed up, but yeah.
It was messed up. It were what? When did you see that change, or did? I mean, because I thought it were absolutely fantastic out of police station. The shots there when there were just the amount of people. I thought that is yes.
I must have missed that bit. Is that when people were doing like talking and stuff?
Yeah, well, trying to over each. It were just they
Oh.
needed to get rid of that mic, that megaphone, and the speaker.
I think they messed that one up really. Once Tommy got up there, I think they had a bit of a microphone issue. But then again, I think Tommy didn't really want to make it all about him.
Exactly. He was getting mad.
So yeah, so I've got loads of points to make. I've got many points to make. When it was done, obviously Tommy wanted to get out here quickly, and then it did kick off. So Tommy probably done the right thing by getting out there quickly. And then AY done the wrong turn, following Tommy getting out of there. And then I had to switch over the, is he called Slushy? Slushies, is it?
Sploosh. Yeah.
Sploosh, that's the one. I was switching between them both.
So that I've missed the bit where, like you said, took a wrong turn. Didn't see that.
Took a wrong turn.
Protest. I didn't know they'd gone on a march to try and bloody get to a house.
No, not the house. We're going to the other police station. Portmount or something that was called.
No, they were going to his house. They were going to that person's house, weren't they?
The house was just around the corner. The house was really close to the police station, Angela.
Yeah, I know. They put the address on in the chat.
Yeah.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was. I just thought, do you know what? It just reminded me. Is it Southport? Is that right? I get Southport and Stockport mixed up.
That's why I commented at the time about he were a very subdued response, considering and rightly so. That were a big crowd, a lot of anger. People are sick of it.
Well,
you can't just keep pointing fingers. I know there's a few. You can't focus just on the bricks and the few idiots at the front. I've already went, and they're probably there to agitate for that reason, so that it discredits why people are stood there in the first place. So
that's wheelie bins and stuff.
As soon as AY showed up, once he finally caught up with the crowd after that like lengthy journey, once he caught up, it tended to like settle down. Sort of like he missed the action, and I think it might have been Danny Tomo was telling on the crowd just stop doing this, stop giving them what they want. Obviously, it's never going to happen, but as soon as I thought hopefully he might chill now. But no.
Times I brought it down where he got people to move back.
He also got people a bit more. I thought a bit more.
Well, he even got Tommy through the crowd. He went and got Tommy in, but he dragged Ella a collar of Tommy Robinson's neck and said, "Come with me, Tommy. I'll get you through the window."
I don't want to shock you, and this is the first time this has ever happened. But there's literally Jesus Christ backstage.
I need to stay at home, for God's sake.
What a guest! Yeah, what a guest!
Well, I'll ask him where did it all start or something, I guess.
Okay, let's go.
I'll probably use the banner because I suspect it's not him.
Obviously.
What's obvious? Wow. Hello. Oh, maybe that's all we get. It's just someone just spreading the word. Fair enough. It's like someone knocking at your door.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really follow that, like,
No.
troll or no troll, coming on Jesus Christ singing hallelujah. I'm not gonna really follow it. I've got no complaints, Your Honour.
No, Your Honour. Yeah, thanks for that visit. Angela, what is she saying? And I know you've struggled to be heard, but I wish if you listen to it back, it's you're always on loud, but it's always hard to.
I know, it's because I'm just like me. Well, yeah, I will talk louder if you want me to. I'll project my voice further.
You know what I'm going to say. Just don't let you've got to
yes. I'm borderline whispering because I've got my window open because of the humidity, because of the dog. So I'm borderline whispering at this time in the morning.
Yes.
And I bet it's still loud to you, though. I bet you my voice is still loud when I'm whispering.
It really is. Right. Really are loud, yeah.
Wow, I can't help it. How low can I go?
Can I just say, well, I thought it was absolutely outrageous the way that they were behaving in the street, and they were throwing bins around, they were throwing bricks and shit.
Do you not understand that?
Okay. It's not okay.
Do you not understand that anger?
No, I don't know. Yeah, of course I understand anger, but I don't understand being thugs. I'm sorry, but no, throwing shit like that at police, no, that's not okay. It don't matter. You can't just go around just do that kind of behaviour. It's wrong. No. It's outrageous. There's still people at the end of the day.
It puts you in jail, doesn't it? It's and it takes everything away from what that you're supposed to be there for. 100%. Every headline, even where all our discussions now are about the bricks, the numpties, the ones just being
vigilante. That's the right word, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm struggling for words there.
Well, vigilantism. That's the right word for it. Well, take the law into your own hands.
But then also, that anger. Is it real, right? So I'm also thinking, but what if it's people's cousins? It could be people who's lost family members to the police. There could be a lot more to it. Because it's easy to say, well, how ridiculous, how stupid. But then you think, well, why? Why are they that? Because maybe they're not that naive. They know how stupid it is. They're just that angry. And is there more to it, or is it just literally hooliganism? Exactly that. They love is it they're exploiting his death?
And when it comes to the hooliganism, Jamie, you've got to remember where I was watching on Air Rise, and majority of that stone thrown and stuff like that, it looked like to me it was coming from kids, from the left and the right. And when maybe they're like men in the middle, it was just more like kids. It was just kids being kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kids doing all that, so it's any good using a bunch of kids who didn't know really right from wrong regarding all this. It just basically fuck the police and all this, and then were really the hooligans in it. So you can't be blaming the point of why people's protesting against this point, Angela. Because I think a lot of the stone thrown and stuff like that, and the bins get pushed in, that came from just rogue youths.
No, it wasn't. That was grown men doing that when they're going around the street.
I don't think so. Well, you've watched a different video to me because I watched that in depth.
Yeah, I was watching it. I think it was grown men. That man came out of his house, didn't he? Going that, who fucked did that? Who fucked
did you see that kick? Did you see the kick? Did you see that?
No, I missed that bit. But at the end of the day, it's wrong. Just simply, it's wrong. It's just not okay. And remember the guy from Southport, the police officer there, who'd been and escorted them 3 girls, bless them, to the mortuary, and then he come back and he got hit by a brick on the head. Yeah, with the right helmet thing on.
Yeah, it took him a while to get through the crowd and hard to get through the assistants as well. I say it took him a while to get through.
When the Keir Starmer's a wanker chance was far too soon. Far too inappropriate. I thought I felt at early doors. Yeah, I agree. It took a long time. Well, it took what it that did it. You know, when they did a minute silence, That were up
Mhm.
until that point when it were recognised to be about Henry. You know, as it were a weird thing. Yeah, it was watching.
Yeah.
Um,
There's many points I could make about the whole thing, Jamie, but we're
a lot of
like
people
hours
feel
of that
me. A
for
lot
you.
of people. Yeah. I might actually reflect on this because.
I could talk about the Sikhs carrying swords. I could talk about how it's a Sikh thing and how it's not really racial attack and how it could be. I could talk about the law regarding how it's not a racial attack, how it is. There's loads of in-depth stuff to debate about the death of Emily Knight, but it's definitely another lesson to be learned. But if stuff like this continues to happen by
It just needs to be set up, doesn't it?
anybody, we're going to see this happen again and again and again.
But it happens every day in every city, doesn't it? That's the thing. Whether you open out the country, it's happening. We know that police fuck up. We know that police fail people every single day. We know that. That
Well,
goes
I'm
without
sorry,
saying.
Angela. I've never ever heard of a Sikh stabbing anybody with a sword ever. That's the first I've ever
Right,
heard of it.
hold on. So, hold on. You don't know, do you? How many Sikhs do
Well,
you
I do
know?
actually. I've done my research, and when I've looked into it, I kind of find one known case of a Sikh in the United Kingdom ever using one of the Sikh
Not one.
swords to ever
Right.
use it.
I can get you.
Nah,
I can probably get
never,
you
not
loads of
one
it.
ever.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't think you're looking in the right places. But anyway,
Well, you go and do your research before you try to quote me on mine,
I know
because I
people that
actually
know
am.
that Sikhs. Don't be so stupid.
It was a Sikh sword, though. It was Sikh. He
I'm
was
not
a
saying it
Sikh.
wasn't a Sikh sword. But what? Then I'm talking about people getting stabbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
People are
I'm just
getting
talking
it
about
about
this
race,
particular.
religion, and shit.
You know, it's a
I was trying to-
ceremonial blade, isn't it? You're not allowed to have blades. That's the point. But if it's a
Lemma.
ceremonial blade, you are.
Lemma.
So why does it have to be sharp then?
I've seen Sikhs with massive swords. My local shops have massive swords, and we're allowed to walk about Willie D as much as they want. We're allowed. But I've never heard of any Sikh in my entire life using that as a weapon against the British public ever in my life. This is the first time. I don't know whether my quote is if I'm wrong. You Google it. Tell us if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time a Sikh
I want
has
to find
used a
out.
sword. That's why Tommy's saying it's a race thing, right? And that's why I want to get in the legal aspects of whether it's a racial murder or not. It's because I think let us finish, Angela, because I think if it's a racial thing, right, it must have been premeditated before the attack, and there must have been something racial in it before he done it. But since he's said to the police, just get noise, he called us whatever, says this and that, made it racial because of his counter complaint. Does that make it a racial murder? Or does it make it he just tried to play the race card in his defence? Does it make it racial not legal roots in that? Or whether it makes it a racial murder or whether it doesn't? That's why I'm asking you guys.
Well, he shows concern to the guy's little insignificant nothing on his eye more than he does to the guy who says I've been stabbed and he's cowering on the floor in pain, rolled up, dying. So so that's like, well, why has he took that approach? Is it the information that he's being given on the phone? Or is it the guy in front of him going, oh, he's called me racist names and he's knocked my turban off my head? He's going,
I was looking ahead of that in the court things, but when it comes out, the police have dealt with it. The police are an absolute disgrace when it come down to dealt with that situation. And I took me 5 times to watch that video once, Jamie. 5 attempts because I didn't get through it. And I watched it. I'm just thinking, I cannot believe how much you are that scared to be called a racist when it's this guy saying he's been stabbed on the floor. And
I don't think that's what it was. I think he were. I'm guessing that
he said he'd been stabbed and he was lying on the floor.
He's happy to get involved. It's like an opportunity before his eyes to deal with a racist attack in his. That's what I'm picking up, and which could be good for him. That's what I think he's thinking. That's what I said at the beginning.
Be teaching the police to do this.
Himself, not the public, because otherwise he'd be there for the public and he'd assess that situation fairly because he'd be there for everyone.
And he
if
was
he's there for
called
himself.
Jesus. They
But I'm
called
going to, I'm
it was
going
a
to chill
victim
now
of
about Jamie
Go
because
on,
I'm getting
Angela.
stiff about this. It's just as though when I try to talk about it. So I'm going to just chill for a minute, right, bro?
Go ahead, Angela.
Yeah, so it was the brother, wasn't it, that called 999,
Right.
and they were the victims. So it was then they've arrived, and they've seen the situation where he's all acting like he's been like the victim of it all. Oh, he's had his turban ripped off and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so then this guy's on the floor making eyes pissed up and whatever, and they're just like straight away dealing with what they see in front of them, and it's wrong. Obviously, it's wrong. James, how many times did he have to say he'd been stabbed, and then he's at
And
his
he just says,
behaviour?
"No, I don't think so, mate." Like mocking him. I don't think so,
Yeah.
mate. Like, and what were he trying to blag there? Like, no, isn't it weird that? Yeah. And he
Yeah.
says, "Don't think so, mate." Like it were a really common occurrence that people just go around saying they're stabbed to avoid what getting nicked. No.
Yeah.
Innit?
And then didn't the woman turn around, one police officer say something about how his mouth's full of blood or something like that? And
I've heard that, and apparently he had an injury from his ear to his. Apparently he had a facial injury. Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
when
then-
they got people saying he's been stabbed as well, and other people telling the officers he's been stabbed, There were people shouting he's been stabbed. And why did the coppers not listen? They were more like, how could you handcuff someone who could have been stabbed and just chuck them in the car saying, I can't breathe, and you thought
And
that
it's
was
usually
a
common
good
police
idea.
practice to have
You
one
really thought that was duty of care, officers. That's duty of care, is it? I'm sorry, I'm ashamed. And all you've done is caused more chaos across the United Kingdom. Shame on fucking a lot of you who were involved in that.
Yeah. Well, is that what it? Shall we have? I mean, I'm lucky I can bring up the live stream and we can have.
And when was this actually off? Because they've only just released the footage. Like this case scans back like last year or something, didn't it?
Yeah, but because it's been left subdued, hasn't it? So nothing's been able to be spoken about until the.
I'm just curious the timing of it. That's all, Angela. It's not like it happened yesterday, so I'm more curious of just the timing of when it happened.
It happened 6 months ago.
6 months ago, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so about November.
Last year, I think.
Maybe December. I think.
That's October, isn't it?
Right.
They all. Well, there's they're all. I don't know. Shut up. Right. I wanted to bring up today's live stream from AY, because Joe's saying, can we also just point out again that people were rioting? I didn't think I saw a riot, so is that my interpretation? Or was it a riot?
And he thought it was.
I'm all looked at it like kids chucking a couple of stones and a couple of chucking bricks down there. Yeah, Society X.
It looked like a riot to me. I mean, there were no. I didn't know. I don't know what. I guess in the terms of the definition, it'll have been a riot and then some, and in the eyes of the law, it'll have been again a riot and then some.
Yeah,
it wasn't just a.
Full break.
It's great to have all different opinions, and then because I love to take it all in like a sponge, because knowing that there's always a lot more to things, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot to take in on this one, JB. There's a lot to talk about. There were so many things that happened. Like I'm thinking about that Polish guy who was right on the front line. Like he's definitely getting nicked. If to find out who he is, I didn't realise how anyone wasn't dragging away that Polish guy saying, "Go on, you've done enough. Get out of here now." Because we definitely can't have you. Because that Polish guy was full throttle. He was kicking shields. He wanted them. He wanted to go forward. He couldn't give a toss. The Polish guy. All respect to him. I didn't know how someone didn't defend him and say it's time to go now. This is like, you know what I mean? Before we get like flinched in, you know what I mean? Boxed in. You don't want to get boxed in because then they'll pick out everyone out there.
Have I become desensitized? Because to me, not much of it, I didn't actually have any of these thoughts at the time. You know, I was just thinking this is just ridiculous. Is all I was thinking.
I thought it was ridiculous, and then I just kept thinking, Joe, that after the last riots, who they go for straight away, and how they started to shut it down, don't they? So it won't keep spreading around the country, or that kind of
Yeah. Listen to the message gets sent in the morning, 5 a.m.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's like they go the ones that managed to get the message out there and stuff, and that's who they go for. That was my main concern, and especially because people were partaking in it, and
You've got to look at it. You've got to look at it every angle, Angela. You've got to think, mate.
Have you got to look at every angle, Angela?
Yeah,
you've got to think, mate. If Tommy Robinson shows up there to show his support and comes all the way down to Southampton, out of his way to come down here, you're gonna expect a lot of people to come here, and then you're gonna get a lot of people with the idea you just get fuck the police after what they've done, and then they're gonna get shit, Angela, they're gonna get shit for it. You've just got to accept for this, whether it's right or wrong, mate. You've got to accept, like we are not responsible for the outrage and the outcry of what's going on about it. You've got to accept this rage, okay?
What?
Okay, man.
No, because he's never. Well, he's basically saying that they're above the law because they're angry. Well, that's not allowed.
I'm not saying anyone's above the law, but you've got to accept the outcry, and our people's just going to sit down behind the little keyboard, typing away. People's going to get out there, and then obviously, I'm not saying
everything they get, don't they? Did they get remanded?
I'm saying here why I try to calm down the situation. I loved how he was defending young Bob and that as well. I loved how he was defending his cameraman. And I loved when Dammy Tomo went straight on the front line before we really kicked off and says everyone because you're just playing in the hand. I get all that. But you've still got to understand the outcry, why the others doing it, why everyone's doing it. They don't like what's going on. The company is a war.
What I understand though, that if it was a white lad that did the crime, would this still be going the way it is?
Yes.
Would it? Because it happens every single day, Gamer.
Well, it does, and then there's outcry about it and all. I can mention many cases.
No, not at all. How many?
Well, not like wait, I'll explain then, Angela. I'm not saying like a national outcry, but it will be all over YouTube. But personally, when it comes to Sunderland, that a lad was stabbed in Sunderland City Centre, 18-year-old, and there was actually a big fucking outcry about it. No, both white, you know what I mean? Big outcry about it, both white, you know what I mean? So what are you talking about?
One, he's in one, yeah. How many?
Well, I've given you many other cases as well. Fucking Angela, but I was just using that one as an example, right?
All right, relax. You said you were going to calm and you didn't. And we're only thinking about Roger that. I like the way he says Angela.
I just think it's just ridiculous that it gets to this scam but it's two separate incidents. We know that the police are wankers. We know that, and they're above the law themselves, aren't they? We know that.
What would you recommend them moving forward then, rather than all this what you would call it basically right and nonsense? What would you recommend moving forward, then, Angela? What's the solution?
A strongly worded letter.
No, they're getting. I think personally that officer, that main male one anyway, he should get done for like manslaughter, murder, whichever it is. I think at some point, some level. Because he is responsible for what he did and he should be held accountable.
If he got done with manslaughter, he'd probably be out in 2 years.
Seems a bit of a stretch for it to stick.
A police officer in Nottingham got, I don't know how long he or she got recently for driving their car whilst whilst on duty and hit somebody on the pedestrian crossing. I couldn't say it then.
Pedestrian crossing.
Yeah. But they're driving carelessly.
Well, they're not going to nick these coppers, though, in reality, are they?
No, that one got sent to prison. She did, or he did.
Because that makes the government look bad, though, if they did.
No, it doesn't. Do you know what? But the government need to start making the effort to get rid of these dickheads.
Yeah. Wait there. Who's employing these dickheads, Angela?
Well, they're your own forces, aren't they?
Well,
why are they not getting trained that the priority is life and property? That's their priority. Life, number one. to protect life, and there's a member of the public in front of him.
Isn't it protect life for the
How
serve
is
government, though, Jimmy?
literally
Sorry, I
dying.
was asking them. Aye, but what's their purpose, though? Sorry, I was asking the same question.
Well,
Are you
that's
here to
what
protect the public or to serve the government? Like,
make
which one
right
is it?
in
Oh, this is get no comment.
again, says Joe. Make writing. I'm going to share some footage from today.
Shelly, when they circled all the coppers, that one's a bang of mind. All the coppers that went off field and they went off the line
It's a
and they
7-hour
got
line.
pelted. They got pelted with stones and that, like. It's not their fault. You shouldn't have walked in mixed crowd like that. Who do they think they are?
The
I see
police,
it.
that's who they are. That's who they are. And they're the ones that you'd expect to be there if any kind of attack happened in the country, yeah? The ones that everyone's
No,
complaining
not
about
me.
coming over here, the ones that everyone's complaining about being here, the ones that everyone seems to be so fucking bothered about. The police are the ones that everyone have run like
You
towards.
man, them are lucky they didn't get
Let
killed.
everybody
walking in
talk
that, man.
before it gets spoke over. Stop it.
Sorry, was that to me?
No, I never get to hear what you're saying.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Oh wow.
No, Joe.
Let's have a look. So this is we've seen all this at the beginning, all chill.
Mm-hmm.
Protests. So now we're in. This is 1 hour 40. So 2 hours. And there were speeches outside. So speeches outside. Speeches. Silence. Right. What's going on here? So where are people going now? You see people are moving.
Now let's see what they're saying, guys. Tommy!
This is where EY gets lost.
Sean. Watch out, mate. Yeah, I'm alright, buddy.
What's the mission now? What's going on?
Following Tommy.
Curb coming.
Following Tommy.
Following Tommy. Not the crowd.
Everyone stay there, let Tommy get in front. Get in front, let him
What's that? The curb there coming up.
Yeah, I wanted to see how it got to that road. I wanted to see where I'd missed the transition from peaceful protest outside police station to absolute chaos. Yeah, it really did.
Tommy, I love you, man. I love you,
Right, so then everyone thought it coming down a little bit.
Then they
I'm
might go
thinking of some
with
comments
it.
in the chat. It looks like they're going to the murderer's house, or somewhere, or that's where they've ended up, or wanted to get
Yeah.
to.
They end up
Well, I did it. Maybe that was EY's intention.
on his own.
But I think that's not true because I think he went the wrong way to get there by the looks of it.
Yeah, he went down the road on his own and with someone else, with Wesley, what's that his name?
Yeah, Wesley Winter.
Yeah, and then walking down the street. So if you went along, you'd just see him and just walking along a path together.
Well, you'll follow Tommy though, but yeah, obviously wherever Tommy's gone, that's where you'd be following. I think that's where the crowd's gone.
No,
but the other crowd went back up.
Here, Gamer. He's trying to
I'm
find
just
it on
saying,
here.
the other crowd.
We're going to a different police station.
Yeah. Angela, yeah, the other crowd went up the other police station, the Portmount one or whatever it was called. So
Yeah,
then went
no,
up there,
these
but
guys-
Tommy went the other way, so the crowd sort of split up a bit. Do you understand?
Yeah, but when AY was there, it was pretty much. It wasn't a big crowd like that, was it? That was just.
No,
I
well, it
recognise
was.
that's Tommy Robinson's cousin or uncle.
People that a lot of people that care about you and a lot of people that was asking about you. So it's nice for them to.
It's always appreciated.
Actually, I'll show you something. Actually,
it's always
off
appreciated.
camera. I'm going to show you something off camera.
It's nice to be nice, isn't it? You know
Turn this bit
It's
off.
beautiful to be nice. This we should always be.
Oh yeah, he's on a mission here, isn't he? I ain't seen this.
But he's lost.
He's
When
lost.
he gets back, he takes some ages to find back up in the crowd and all. Takes some ages. This is when I start flipping through slushies, or splooshies, or whatever he's called.
Slushes, did you say?
We didn't take him that long. He did what? Fucking 6 minutes.
No, took him longer than that, I'm sure.
He's in right here, 3:43.
Hey, it
Wow.
felt like flipping forever.
It did, to be fair.
Where he actually lives.
Oh, he says here.
I thought they were going to go back.
Well, I think just down here is where he actually lives.
He's on the front
We're
line,
gonna
though,
find
so
out,
even
guys.
with that star.
Oh, he couldn't have got any front there.
He was on the front line. He was on ITV, wasn't he?
I haven't seen that yet.
Your dad told me. I haven't seen it, but my dad told us.
All right, so it makes sense, right? So the police are just like, no, we're not having it. This is where he lives. We predict that you'll be here. There's the police line. Get back. Does that make sense? Yeah, because it's coming up. I can see it here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to just
But
keep
then they
playing
pushed
it.
the police down. They
I
pushed
missed
the
this bit.
I'll take a knee now. Let him out, bro. Let him stay out. Let him stay out. Let him through, man. That's it. Just fucking take a knee, please. Did they take a knee? Did they fuck?
Boo!
Sorry, mate.
Because police didn't kneel.
Boo, and I did the fuck take a knee. They don't take me. Oh,
Missiles are getting thrown now.
Oh man, then
There
his
we
wife says
are.
missiles are getting thrown.
Let's get
They
a
already
look at the
fallen before
officers
that, to be
today.
fair.
Come on. Let's go. Where we say it loud, we say it clear. The AY show is fucking here.
He was out of the end line. I'll give him credit, mate. He was there in front
There
line of
we
the
go.
end.
Oh! They're getting pelted with drinks from the crowd. What's down there,
Oh, I'm
officer?
not sure about that, Rob. There's no fellas round here.
I could do with a drink. Back on the front line.
To the away, lad.
Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Danny
Yeah.
Tomo.
Don't get doing what you're doing is right. This is right. But don't get yourself nicked. We need. Hey, lads, it's a long term. We need you. A long term. It's about all our kids. My daughter's 12 years old. She's got a long way to go. Let's do this the right way. I'm about to produce a way for all of us to connect and make sure we put boots on the ground in the right places. I promise you, everyone's backing it. Tommy's backing it. All the big boys are backing it. Give us a week and a half. We ain't having it. But don't get yourself nicked. Do not get yourself nicked. They will.
Even me. You don't see me get involved with many things, and even I'm backing it.
I think it's way past it, but
Come on, people.
Oh, there's something in the air. There's something in
Nice
the
and
air.
relaxed.
Well, why I?
antagonise him. Yeah?
Don't, and then he says, don't antagonise him. Yes, Jake, don't be bloody antagonising.
Has he seen under? Nah, I've seen him earlier. I ain't seen him for a while now. Go on, lads. You alright? Yeah, how you doing? You good?
Okay, thank you for watching.
There we go, guys. Back in the thick of it, and I'll tell you what, we ain't fucking sick of it. He has to smile.
Why aren't you taking the knee for Henry? Why aren't you fucking taking the knee for Henry? You did it for a fucking criminal.
Hi, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did you get that? I've got it, but I don't know if I'll have it. Oh! Hit him with a brick straight in the head.
Wow.
Guys, we are lively.
What the heck?
We are right in the thick of it.
What the heck? What?
Even have you not watched all this, like Jimmy?
I haven't seen any of this, no.
Hey, man, it's chaos, man. Look what they do. Look at the coppers here. They've cornered in now. A little group somehow ended up in that. I don't know what they were playing at, but what a bunch of little sausages. And the kids terrorised them. The kids terrorised them. Nothing else. The kids. I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say it was kids. But that's my point of view.
Not are they?
Well, I'm gonna say kids, but come play for your tape, Jimmy. Well, this is madness. This madness.
Is that the? All right, I don't think.
Yeah. I just want to quickly say hi, man, as well. Hi, man. And again, loves you.
Go back 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, funny to watch how people work as well, innit? You've got these geezer running around, it's well mad.
Cameraman?
Cameraman, yeah.
See?
Wheelie bin. That's like that scene from Twister with Cow.
It gets worse.
What the heck? If this were my lad, I would be fuming.
It's still going already. Your Wesley's running. Oh. The police had to make a quick retreat before it got a little bit too much for him.
But look at him to get killed.
Oh, here comes the clone. That'll
He's
show
got
him.
the gas out. He's spraying the gas.
Oh, well done, lad. You really showed him.
Yeah, I got it as well. Heavy objects, metals get thrown.
Disgraceful.
Oh. They're throwing the gas.
Where's he gone?
They're going.
But Jamie, I've got a complaint to make, but you say it's disgraceful.
It is disgraceful. You can't be throwing fucking missiles.
I can't condone the behaviour, but I'll repeat again, they should start protecting like everyone a little bit more better than, and not matter this two-tier stuff. That's what's causing the frustration, the two-tier. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether you're white, black, brown, or whatever. They shouldn't have be protecting other people in case it's too scared to get called a racist. And that's what they're getting taught. And that's what's causing the frustration and the anger. And that's my complaint about you saying this type of anger is like disgraceful, because I think I'm not condoning it, but I can sort of understand it. And surely you can, Jamie, mate.
No, that's not the point. Even no matter how what, there's still an element of behaviour that's disgraceful. So why do you all right then? I'll look forward to him telling that to the judge.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, up and down, up and down. These police got run up the road. Racist police off our streets. They're now approaching back down here.
Watch out.
21 hours.
Oh! More missiles are coming in. Metal, bricks.
Scum.
Yeah,
They're not out there, but they're round up with the London
A
anyway.
bit of metal.
What is the reason behind it?
That is it.
Because I said they know what they're doing. He's gonna. Why are they
It's
doing
like, what's them bunch of coppers doing up there in the middle of the crowd, go, Jamie? No, like, like strategically, military form. What are them bunch of coppers doing there and fucking run the R11 anywhere? What was the plan? What was the goal? Because they kind of way to get back up to the police station rather than going back on the line. They kind of way to, and the
Oh, is
retreat
that
so
what they're
far.
doing,
But what was the
retreating
plan
back to
anyway?
I thought they were just trying to. They were on way to someone's gaff or something at some house.
God knows, but they got absolutely peppered out of there, though. Like, look at that guy, he's started.
Well, to be fair, they could have actually, if they wanted to, just gone and pinned all of them down and nicked every single one of them if they wanted.
All
to.
of them, now they're surrounded by about 300 people, mate, trust us.
Well, no, everyone would have. Most people would have just backed off and let them get on with it. They'd have just filmed it.
Imagine what that would be like the farmer fair.
Did you get that? I got it, but I don't know if I'll have it. Oh! Hit him with a brick straight in the head. Guys, we are lively.
Elderly.
We are right in the thick of it.
They're going to get bottlenecked there. Look, it's all.
I know. They're going to get in trouble with us.
Oh my God.
Racist
All right,
police
well, this is.
off our streets.
Public opinion, Jamie.
Hey,
The old building's getting run up the road here. More bricks are coming in. Oh, a glass bottle there. Now they've got to try and get through for a bit of safety. They've come under attack. They come under attack.
Lucky one of them didn't get killed down.
As we speak. There we go. Get back behind your line. Stay in your lane, officers. Stay in your lane. So they come under attack along the road, had to come back. I'm not sure where they was actually attempting to get to, but oh my God.
So I was thinking,
This has got to.
how did them coppers get all the way out of there in the middle of all that? I do not know. And you want to have a look at the inspector who let them bunch of coppers get in the middle of all that. You want to have a look at your police and how they ended up there. Because one of them coppers could have easily got injured, especially the little one who could have just got dragged into one of them houses and killed. And that's what could have happened in this type of situations. And that was really poor policing from Southampton.
Oh, look at this. Oh, yes. So I'm sure we'll touch on this again on the next live, but for now, we're going to leave that one there. Crazy behaviour.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It is absolutely nuts. But I'm going to still understand why people's kicking off about it. Well, what if it was only you were kids? You would be absolutely livid, okay? You'd be livid. And then we've seen this two things stuff happen all the time.
That live in them houses. What about the kids that live in them houses that had to go through all that?
What houses? I don't know what you're talking about. No,
They were just on the regular street. They were just on regular streets there.
He's not
We're
interested.
wrapping up Disney Buffalo, but next live, absolutely be good to have a chat.
Oh, you're talking about all the residents, Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were coming out the door and kicking the police when they were walking past, if you want to properly.
No, they weren't.
No, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. They were coming out
Yes,
to
they
the
were.
protesters. There was that one guy. Why are you being such a knob, gamer? Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying what I say. Residents will come out and kicking the police when they were walking past to get away from me, though.
Oh my God.
Because this is a good idea, though, isn't it? Like, rather than the protesters start throwing bricks through you when there's damage in your car, why not just walk out, kick a copper, then the protesters are going to leave you alone? Yes or no? Yeah, now you got then. So then tell me.
I'll just bring Big Joe in the chat. Thank you. Not in the end of the
One person's car windows were smashed.
Right, of course that's going to happen. Obviously, it's collateral damage. If you watch the full thing, you'll see.
Jeez.
I've never seen so many bricks and stones being chucked in all my life. And like it was worse than that. And like
You
even
know,
Leeds.
guys, no, the police officer that I was in before, the police officer that escorted the girls that got murdered in Southport, or whatever it was, yeah. That police officer, he came back after doing that, then he ended up getting hit with a brick on top of his head, and he's ended up being like severely brain damaged and also quadriplegic. Whatever. So do you know what? Throwing stones like that ain't good. It's not clever. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. The police force, you know, and they've got families at home. So you take that uniform off. They're still human beings, you know.
You've got. I understand that, but you've got to look at the public reaction and the public opinion. Listen, why it happens, Angela. You're looking really backwards to saying, "Oh, an officer's been injured." You're saying, "Oh, officer's been injured." Blue line badge, all that. Well, what about the reason why this has happened in the first place? The public opinion.
Okay, so,
You've got to look at the bigger picture.
No, game, hold on a minute, Linda. So we're going to have a neonatal nurse, yeah, because of Lucy Letby.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do, yeah? Go and attack every neonatal
I'm
nurse.
not talking about Lucy Letby. I'm not talking about.
You're talking about you've got to have the same standards for everything, surely.
Thank you very much for your contributions. We don't want to start. Let's end on a chill, yes.
But do you know what I mean? It's like stupid behaviour.
I'll do whatever you want, Jimmy. I've got the right ID to pitch out there. I've created a game called Imposter X. And I'll take you and we'll play it just all through the chat. We need a few more people like on the panel to be able to play it. But it's just like a word game. But it's sort of like playing like Imposter.
Game, we'll have a chill and let DeWitt have his say.
I'm Georgia.
Roger that.
I know, by the way, Anne Robinson. I just had to use it as an example.
So I picked the elephant ID to play the game, though, Jamie. I've got the elephant ID and it's all yours, bro. Cannot wait to pitch it, but it's about 10 minutes to explain it to you. Yeah, it's very good.
We'll do it another time, innit? If it, I will mention it on next live. I'm sure we'll discuss this.
I thought you said David was jumping on.
He wants to talk.
Good evening. Well, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, David. Good morning. How are you?
Tomsy.
3 a.m. Is it a riot? We're at a riot, David.
I ain't seen none of it. I'll say I ain't got no interest in it. It's just
sick of it.
Bollocks. No, but it's just like I'm a fan of the police, but so much come out in the trial, and like, none of the people in that crowd, I bet, have even read the transcripts or nothing, even know what it was over. Like, it's terrible how he was, how he was treated and that.
All you need to do is watch the clip, really. You just need to watch the body cam for the drilling. You've got a nutshell. When even bother reading all the transcripts, you've seen it on the body cam, mate.
So the body camera lens shows so much, doesn't it? Those transcripts of it, all of it.
What did you pick up, Dewitt, from the transcripts yourself?
I like game finish. It is impossible to talk, if you know what I mean. It is pointless, if you know what I mean. Let him finish and let him say what he wants to say. Because he said the same thing for about the last 2 or 3 times. Exactly the same thing. No, nothing's changed.
Muted.
Right, muted up. Right.
Well, how it played out, and that a neighbour has phoned for, and like there's still loads of unknowns as well that have got to come out in the when they do the look into the police and their conduct.
Yeah.
There was a phone call. All we know, there was a phone call off the neighbour. We don't know if that phone call got through to the officers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that neighbour was mentioned as a stabbing, right? But when that kid had his phone took off him, Henry had his phone took off him by him. You know what I mean? And that the whole thing before that was filmed as well. he was on a Snapchat to his friends at Henry,
Yeah.
and he'd had filmed that geezer, and that geezer didn't like being filmed. There's a little too, but his phone goes down, and it's taken off him then. But the one then who's done the stabbing, he started filming as well. So he's got footage there in the trial.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot more to it. But then that the one who's done the stabbing, I can't think of his name. His brother, they've phoned the police then. So then the next phone call to the police is off them, and they're claiming to be the victim. So then what's got through to the police? I'm assuming, again, you can only assume because all this has got to come out. They've been told. I'm assuming they've been told there's a stabbing, but I don't think they wasn't said who's been stabbed or that. If you know what I mean. But then the police have turned up and they've gone to the person who's reported as well. If you know what I mean. They've got a phone call through and they're saying they're a victim, and that again. They
They're
should be
acting like they've caught a burglar on site, aren't they? They're acting like they've caught a burglar.
Again, it's there's no way that they're denying any stabbing. Like the neighbour who's found a stabbing through, they don't know someone's been stabbed. They're just saying there's a commotion outside. So when the police come up, for all they know, the one who's run away and trying to finger, he could have the knife, if you know what I mean, because they're telling him they haven't stabbed him. You know what I mean? But that's why they should get harsher sentences, because it's not a race thing; it's a criminal thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was a total criminal. You can't again the way police treated the victim, that is bad, but we still don't know enough to know if it's, it's less likely to be raised because of how the situation was at the time, if you know what I mean. You've got to go by the report.
Do you think if he was on the floor saying they're being stabbed, then you not think they should have checked a little bit more of a victim rather than the criminal?
But they don't know who's a victim when they turn up.
He's saying he's being stabbed, man.
Yes,
once he says to the police, I'm just saying, once he says to the police, once he says I've been stabbed, you don't think they should have treated him more than the victim rather than the criminal? Once he says I've been stabbed, that should be enough for them to check where. You know what I mean? Just go, where have you been stabbed? Where do you think you've been stabbed? Have a look, he's been stabbed, and then treat them more like a victim rather than a criminal. Do you not see that point, David?
There's no need for cuffs at all.
No, but they have to follow procedures, don't they?
Decisions lying on the fucking floor, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it might be, but that's not what they've come out for, is it?
Wow, I can't believe you. I can't believe
that matters, Angela, because they've got to put life above anything. They can't
do you know for certain that them police have been told that someone's been stabbed? We don't know that that's got through to the
but he told them.
Yeah, but
then he said,
he hasn't reported the crime. They deal with people all day where people have turned up, where people have had the police found on them, and the people who have had the police found them say, I haven't done anything. I hear that all the time. I'm the victim now.
Yeah, but also many people ring up police with a lot of absolute bollocks as well, and make stuff up. So it's important that the police turn up and remain impartial, so that there's none of that information that they've received. When they turn up, much, it shouldn't be really. This will be part of training. I'm only guessing.
Yeah. When they turn up,
they've got to think wisely. I know that they've got to think wisely. And
if you're a policeman, sorry, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? If you're a policeman, right, and you turn up to a scene, and there's 3 people there, or is it 2 or 3 there, and they're the ones who phoned the police, claiming to be the victim, if you know what I mean, and then claiming it's racism and that. And then there's someone who they've been holding down as well. But I think his dad, well, the time the police get there, his dad's trying to hold him up. and there's blood coming from his mouth, and like he's holding him. So
Yeah.
that all the family have questions. If you know
All
what I mean.
theoretical, what you're talking, all
Yeah,
theoretical.
what I think has gone wrong is the police need it to be going. If they go there, they remain impartial. Right, what's going on? One officer's going to go over there, or they're going to make sure everyone's safe, and then they're going to do
No
that.
police does that.
Not going to
No
not
police.
ever do that. So I get they cannot do it at the start, but at some point they have to make sure they have remain impartial and assess what we're in front of them. If they don't do that, that's just not right. That's because they've got no. What's the necessity for the arrest? Oh, because he says he knocked his
Yeah, but
turban off.
anything times have we seen police where they don't do that? They just turn up and they believe the people that
Exactly. He's wrong. But they do it a lot of the times, don't they? They go, no, I'm not talking to you. I'll be back in a minute. They do it lots of times where they
That's what I'm saying. But that's why it's not. That's why I don't think it's to do with race. It's just something to do with how they. And again, I've never been called out.
I agree with you on that point there, David. I totally agree with you because I think this is the first case I've ever heard of a Sikh using like that type of swords, like any attack in the UK. Sure, it's the first case I've ever heard of. So that's why I didn't want to make it a racial thing. And when it comes to the legal aspects of whether it's a racial thing or not, I don't think it was like he had a racial motive before he stabbed this young guy to death, which is what's happened because he's been sentenced to 21 years life imprisonment, remember? So that is fact what's happened in criminal law. So he stabbed him to death, he's in jail for murder. But whether it was a premeditated racial thing before the attack or whether it was the fact that he's made the claim after and told the busies throughout the course of justice saying, oh no, he called us this, he called us that. And then the police have jumped in and says, we're not going to help you. That's the point, that is the legal point we want to find out.
It's not blurred.
Jesus Christ. Henry is not racist. That's found out in the court case. Henry's passing and he's talking to his mates on his camera.
I'm talking about the murderer, not Henry.
No, sorry.
I can't. I'll come back and talk. Sorry.
We'll do it.
I'll see you later.
See you
later.
Well, can he have a conversation like, or does he just need to speak and just need to be all in and he kind of talk if Gamer speaks? It's like, oh, sorry, I can't take it if Gamer speaks.
Gamer, you can't have a conversation.
Fucking little girl, I am taking like little girl in, fucking little girl, baby. Trying to talk to him. You know what I mean? I was only trying to talk to him and he just went on like that. Oh, right.
Gamer, you don't let people finish, you don't listen, and then you just talk over people. It's becoming tedious and people are getting pissed off by it.
No, I do. It's so wrong because I know I'm trying my best. And then I'm not being like, I
You're not.
No. I was only trying to talk to him now.
If you can't pick up that he didn't come up to talk to you, he can't stand you. He don't like you. He made that very clear. He wasn't going to come up at all because you were on panel, but you miss all this out. You disregard it in full. And then when he comes on, you just kind of automatically assume he's come on to talk to you when he didn't. Gamer's not right. Gamer's wrong. Gamer's wrong. People don't have to accept him. He's not right. He's wrong.
Well, I thought he to be fair, I didn't even know. I thought he liked us, to be fair. I've heard it was just a bit trolly jokes in the chat. But if that was the case, I'd fair enough for that. Not speak to him while he's on panel. If you want to bring him back up, I'll not speak while he's on panel. Out of respect for your panel, Jamie.
It's not that. It's not that. It's just that you should just pick up the. You just chill in it and then just let him.
I didn't realise that was the case, so I thought I'd at least hear someone eventually.
He's not right.
I thought I would just say something to him eventually, Jamie. I didn't think like I had to be silent the entire time when he was up.
I was listening to him, and just as he was finishing his point, then you started talking, and I never even got to hear what he were about to finish. So you obviously weren't listening. You have conversations with yourself. You're doing it now. You're doing it now to me. You only have conversations with yourself. You don't have conversations with anyone else. It's just with yourself. And it's
saying I was listening to all that, Jamie.
Your idea, and then it goes out, and then it's only a conversation with you.
It's not. I was listening to all of it. I was taking it all in.
But you come back with the same thing that you said over and over.
Get another guest on.
He's got to love it. It's all good, Dan. It's all good.
It is all good. It's been a blinded
trying to put a different point across the fact that we only know one side of it, don't we? We don't know all of it. And
yeah, and how interesting to have Dee Whitton is telling you about the transcript, what's in it, some great details and stuff, and you didn't want to listen. That's what I'm like, it's madness. And then you know you can ask questions after. You might have even we could just don't whatever.
Yeah.
Well, regarding that, my point was, it's like I say enough in the body cam video that the police released, and that was sort of enough for me. I wouldn't even bother reading the transcripts after I say, now I won't waste my time. Now, how many hours of documents will be them transcripts? I'm not reading through all of them. Couldn't be asked. I've seen enough in that bloody confirmation.
I'll read them tomorrow before tomorrow's live stream. I'll have read them.
Well, all of them, the whole transcripts, the whole court transcripts. I bet you can't. You haven't got enough time to read them by tomorrow.
You can see, you'll be able to see closing statements, some of the evidence, some will be all sorts in there.
I said read all of them. I didn't say read all bits of them.
Yeah. It's still.
You can scroll through it, but you will have not have read it all. Right? Pages and pages, man.
I can read, but I don't know what I've read, if that makes sense. It don't go into
I know you mean. There's some reason to highlight the bits and get you. We will be able to find a quick way to do it. But at the end of the day, that body cam footage, I was the only point I wanted to be a deal with was that body cam footage was enough. And you still trying to defend it somehow on the police's side.
No,
I didn't like how on this case.
No one's defending the police. What they've done wrong is fucking outrageous. Absolutely.
They should all be in jail for neglect and misconduct and refer to court of justice and whatever else. Like I'd have them all in for manslaughter, me, homicide or whatever. I'd have them all taking a 10-year stretch minimum.
I agree with you. I mean, obviously I'm alive, yeah, but when that officer was drunk and assaulted me and then put himself on duty to arrest me, do you know what I mean? And then he denied the paramedics and stuff.
Before you move on that, can I just tell you something, right? Do you know how to stop this? Because I know that because you're going to move on to something really deep about, yeah?
I was just going to say, so I know what it's about with the police, yeah? And how much they will fuck around and do what they think they can do and get away with it. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So do you not think like someone like this where see what I mean? I've lost the train of my thought. That was really on target there. It was more about changing the opinion of how the police work. So I think stuff like this can like get the police to change, or do you think they're always gonna just be policeners like this forever and they'll just do what they want?
It absolutely needs to change without a doubt, you know, because they need to. The officers that see all this, the things happening by the ones that are fucking corrupt as well, the ones that are there with them, they need to start like calling them out. Do you know what I mean? It's not
nothing on. There's nothing at all for that officer to justify seeing someone on the floor injured. What has he done at that point in that officer's head to justify him being injured on the floor? Absolutely not.
You haven't been racist, mate.
Racist to me. That does not justify seeing an injured man on the floor. He said, I've got an injury on my eye. There's sod all there. That does not justify the injured man on the floor. So when he says to him, he's he's not my eye, he's not my turban off, he says, well, we'll deal with that later. What's gone on? Why is he injured on the floor?
Yeah.
He said he'd been stabbed.
He don't give a shit because in his head, someone's had the turban knocked off. I'm sure of it. And it's a racist. It's disgusting.
See, I've always liked the Sikhs, you know what I mean? I've never heard of them like this before. Sikhs have always been sound. And I'm just talking about the area I'm from. I've never heard of any brutality from any Sikh mind. This is the first one ever. And I didn't want this amalgamation thing against the Sikhs now as well. I didn't want to see it. I just think it might be one isolated
Thank you
incident.
anyway, Gamer. We're going to say good nights because you're
Your head fault.
you're steaming.
I'm not.
People can only tolerate you in short doses.
Well, I'll chill, right? I'll quiet down. I don't want to hit your screen.
I'm saying good night. I'm going to have a chill with Angela for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to wrap up. I will catch you on the next one. I'm moving you. People are leaving all the time. People are constantly leaving. They're sick of hearing him rabbiting on.
Yeah. As far as, and he just talks over them there. It's pointless, isn't it? Yeah. It's. I just think, I don't know, with the whole police thing, we know that they're corrupt, don't we? And it's. But not every single one. And we know that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, small doses.
Yeah. No, all wine should never be small doses.
Yeah, Gamer's right. Yeah.
Mm.
There'll be no more division, no more division getting caused. There'll be no more disruption. There'll be no more people getting reeled in and not seeing through it and not seeing what I can see, because that's the end of that. So that's the last time there'll be any more of that division on for you to witness, love. Gamer will have his own channel, can do his own thing on there.
Yeah.
Because as I predicted, and that is what does happen, and as I said, people then start going in defence. Black, I've seen it all before, been doing this a long time.
Yeah. He gets too comfortable, doesn't he? And then he's.
There you go.
Well, stop always thinking. I'm joking. Fan. Are you okay though?
Yeah, me too, and if you hadn't noticed. Dewitt, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi.
Morning.
Again.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a whole interaction between Henry and that geezer that's before the body cameras, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why have they ended up? Why is there been a fight? What's going on? Why is he?
Well, again, you could. I wouldn't take what the murderer says, if you know what I mean. So anything about racism, to me, that's just him trying to get out of what he's done, and like they ain't even meant.
That's where the infuriating things come in, because the coppers took that as something to be taken seriously. He's not gone. Yeah. Well, all right, we'll deal with that in a minute and seeing it for what it was.
But when he's saying he's been nice, they're saying that we haven't stabbed. Your daddy hasn't stabbed him. If you know what I mean, at the same time, and they're the ones who phoned the police. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So again, and I don't know again, because I didn't come out yet. What got through to the police? What information the ones who there had? If you know what I mean? Whether they had any of the information about what the neighbour phoned through and says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some are saying that was ignored, but I think that you can't say that yet. If you know what I mean? I think that's too early to say it's been ignored, because we don't know what's got through to them. But the body cameras are terrible, if you know what I mean. But there's still unknowns, you know. That's same as with the Manchester one, you know, stuff that didn't come through straight away.
I don't know how they got away with that, to be honest. Some of the footage that were out there, I don't.
Well, the mine one got done, didn't they, for the mine offence?
One of them walked, though, didn't they?
He ain't the one who. He's just like a. I think didn't he claim protect? You know, what you put self-defense or something.
On his mum, it'll have been him defending his mum, I reckon.
So again, you can know it's you got to trust the jury, and that's our system at the end of the day. It's I wouldn't have thought any jury's hard to to pull the wool over, especially if you've got to give evidence and stand up in court. You know what I mean? I think most people get found out in court unless there's good, good lawyers.
I've been watching one on YouTube at the minute about a case in Scotland where a girl were attacked at 14 and then left in water. Some of you have heard of it. And it was him, an 18-year-old and two friends. It's horrendous. And they've got done 27 years later.
It's mad, ain't it? But crime is still rare, isn't it? If you know them, that type of serious crime, that stabbings, even though we hear a lot more now. That was a lot more regular before, but we didn't have the reporting. You know what I mean? And like ceremonial swords, them are very rare, aren't they? Like
the dad has also been charged on 6 counts to do with the blade.
Well, it wasn't weren't it for a certain sect of Sikh as well? Because they've all got a common blade, about a little one.
Yeah.
This one, and like he'd been, I don't know if it's cast out of his local temple,
right.
And he had a fixation with noise since 12 or something. It's come out in court. It's
scumbag.
And he's just a typical criminal, if you know what I mean. Trying to. How the fuck did you think you get away with it?
That's why the copper's absolutely thick. Because it's like, and what? He's got no mark on his face. He's like, what? Why is this lad on the floor injured? What's gone on? Oh, he knocked my turban off. And?
But he's filmed himself as well. Kind of. He's not physically torturing him, but mentally torturing him. Like, you finish now, and not giving him his phone to phone. He didn't even phone an ambulance himself. You know what I mean? He's stopping him getting emergency care. But that's before the police turn up. You know what I mean? Like, he could have got the neighbour to phone. He could have given him his phone, got him to phone, but he wanted to show him
from the temple.
Yeah.
20 weapons.
He hid it, if you know what I mean. He'd done everything he could to hide it. What he'd done it is almost to increase suffering, and again, I personally, I don't think that the time's long enough. It should have got longer. Same for his mum. I don't know. Again, I don't know what his brother and his dad knew, but they tried to cover for the son, if you know what I mean. Whether they believe the son's lies or whether they was in on them, I don't know, if you know what I mean. I haven't seen that. That trial's different, if you know what I mean. And there's still charges, isn't there? So there could be more. Again, I think as more comes out, I think there have to be more charges.
I think no knives absolutely should mean no knives, no exceptions, surely. Louise is correct.
Do you stop the Scottish people from having them? They've got 2 knives. There's a lot of ceremonial. It's very rare for stabbings to happen. That's what I mean. More people are stabbing.
It's about having a bladed article in public. So fair enough. You want ceremonial knives, all well and good. Crack on, keep them at home for your ceremonies. And maybe if you have a ceremonial day, then good luck with that too. But walking
it stops.
becoming
ceremonial
on a Tuesday afternoon, have you downtown? So public place, no blade. You want to have a ceremony, then crack on, have a ceremony. But walking around town with a blade is bullshit. No, it's my opinion. Because it's I ain't
that strong up on it. If you know, I don't like the knives. Like, you know what I've been like with past YouTubers.
It removes that. Will that get out of? It just takes that away. That it's justified. That it's that. Why else would you need it? You don't need to have you're not on a ceremony. So why are you carrying it? It's not for ceremony, is it then?
Yeah, but there is about 6 or 7 different religions, cults, nationalities who've got ceremonial knives. I'm saying that they're that rare that it's not, because it's a ceremonial knife, they don't want to use it. It's not, you know what I mean? This geezer's a criminal. He's not even a proper
Yeah, but do
practicing.
we not agree that the purpose of carrying this knife in public is not, they're not on ceremony, are they? It's there in case they need to use it, isn't it?
I don't know enough about why they carry it to, to things.
Well, it's a knife, isn't it? I mean, it's a knife.
Yeah, because again, there's that many people killed by kitchen knives. Why aren't we banning kitchen knives? You know what I mean?
Oh, at least making them less pointy. Yeah. Do something. Let's make them a bit less pointy.
And again, I think it's dodgy when I don't think, like, I'm not religious. I don't think a government, a state, should get involved in saying what religions should and shouldn't. You know, they're set up as religions at night, at the end of the day. All of them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And the Scots ain't even, it's not a religion with them, and it's part of their cultural dress. But there's, again, not many are the amount of stabbings in Scotland, very rare that them are used, because they're it's a symbolic. It means more to them, doesn't it? As a ceremony, well, it's supposed to, if you know what I mean.
The Sikh religion states, if attacked, they can defend with the blade.
Well, it comes from the time when it was set up in India, and that, doesn't it? That there are problems with defending themselves against Muslims, and because there was a war, weren't they, in the Punjab, and so a lot of religions had that self-defense part of it. It's sorry, Angela.
No, it's okay. I was going to say something then, but no, I made a comment and I got distracted. Just seeing the word P, and I'm like, no, not peace. My heart's racing a bit. I can't do peace. It still makes me scared.
And I think once you let a government or a state start tampering with one religion, they're all target, aren't they? Same as that's why I'm all just I'll try and keep it simple with equality. If we're all equal under the law, that's the easier thing to say. As soon as you start wanting different laws for immigrants or someone over there or gypsies, they can treat us all with that same thing right then the time when they don't like us, if you know what I mean. When you happen to come into that group. And I
think as a police chief council, whatever they're called, it said tomorrow or something, or they're looking at, maybe not tomorrow, they're changing the way that they deal with incidents now. I'll find it.
What do you mean? I don't
to
know.
Do with racism, anti-racism training, is it? Within the police force, they're going to be looking at all the different things or something. It was earlier on today, this evening. They mentioned it, I think. And have a look.
I thought that's pointless until they. Who's the one who investigates the police? I can't say much if you know what I mean. You've got to at least have everything that's come out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I think everything's been left to subdued, hasn't it? So all of this stuff has not been in the public domain due to.
Because they ain't going to learn no lessons, are they? If they ain't got all the information, they're just making shit up to sound good, really. So they get less flack.
Was it David Cameron that said that if you're caught with a knife, you could get an automatic 5 years? I mean, that never happened.
I think it was.
Yeah. No, it's bad. But yeah, it was, wasn't it? Straight away, I think you got 5 years. But I do think, I mean, you're forever just seeing, like, around here, not loads always, but you should see the kids with really long swords. Like, where the fuck have you got them from? Been fencing. Or them stupid zombie knives. Or, like you were saying then, like just steak knives or anything. That's straight edges. That's all they care about. And it's like, you're fucking serious. Like, they go out with that intent, knowing that that's what it will do. And
it's they're cowards. That's the end of the day. They can't fight.
yeah,
You know, that's why they carry a knife, because they can't fight.
exactly. It's just stupid. Them zombie lads, I remember the first time I saw one, I thought it was
A lot of them say they're just scared of being stabbed themselves. They're just fearful.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous place. Lots. It's fucking somebody getting held up, they're seeing the mates getting robbed, the phones getting robbed. They're all scared.
It's a mix.
GTA,
Just
real world.
stop leather jackets. They come in handy, leather jacket. They're good to wrap around your hand. Good to stop stabs.
just think we've won that knife angel, haven't we, that's going around and stuff like that, which has been a long time.
They've got to come down hard on him, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, the lad round here, he stabbed someone, and he got 9 years for manslaughter because this guy attacked him first, which was just ridiculous. I just thought, that shouldn't be 9 years for life. That's crazy. And then the other lad who shot someone, shot someone in the stomach.
Even if you mention the law, if you're carrying a knife, it's automatic murder. If you know what I mean. Yeah. You don't get no choice of manslaughter. You shouldn't be carrying a knife. It's like driving a car.
Unless there's an exemption for ceremonial reasons. Well, that's not fair.
No, because it stops becoming it. As soon as it's used like that, it stops. You can't. That ceremonial thing's gone. It's not classed as a ceremonial knife.
Did you mention it in the court though, the judge? That people
no, yeah, because what it was, because one of the knives, it is, like I say, it isn't a proper Sikh knife. It's more a branch of Sikhism that have got another. Some have got a main knife. Some other parts of religions, and again, like I say, they're not the only one. Have a second knife. It's more of a longer blade, if you know what I mean. And that one was thin as well, so you can see how it was more of a piercing than a cut, which was why it caused so much damage internally, and there weren't much on the outside, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Look, he'd grabbed him as he was going over a fence, so he's lying over the other side of the fence, and they've kept him there. You know what I mean? And he's filming what he's talking to him as well. Then you know what I mean. That's why they know some of the stuff he's tried to say about Henry. They know it's bollocks, if you know what I mean, because it don't stand up with. And that it's worse that they made that, like, the family had to stand up in court and do not, deny that the sons are racist, and it's obviously against. You know what I mean, the court seen that, you know what I mean. And it's a criminal trying to use and that's what criminals do all the time, if you know what I mean. Try and get out and
bullshit. And coppers should be absolutely prepared for that. Expect
mitigation.
It. There should be part and parcel of being. You're going to get bullshit every day as a copper, but what he did happen were an injured man. How's he ended up injured, and then you work from there.
Yeah. But again, we don't know what they was told, because as far as we know, they've that kid. I can't phone him, if you know what I mean. His whole family being helpful. They're being helpful to the police. You know what I mean. And that's what we see all
the victims, that they've all had some like they've been burgled. That's what I mean. They've been burgled, and they've managed to capture him, and it's a well done moment for the family. Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
And it's the only way I can think and put it in my own. Like our magician sets up the stage, and he acts that, and he sells it to them. That's what they've done to the police. They've sold them a narrative, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but the police have been able to see with their own eyes the narrative. They can see it in front of their eyes. What if knocked his turban off and injured his eye? If you're not looking for it, it doesn't need race there to do it. They've just been told it done.
In the facade.
Done. Walked on. No, knocked his turban off his head.
No, you had to rip one off. The whole head inside that.
Oh yeah, but the altercation started because the one with the turban didn't like being filmed, and that's what their altercation was originally over. And like they're shouting out, "Oh, so you think you're a hard man or something?" And again, it's over being filmed. But the one with the turban walks over, and he's up close to him, but then his phone drops on the floor and it cuts off. And I think he's on the phone live on a Snapchat to his friends, so they know. They said he was the one with the turban claimed that he was drunk and abusive and that. He was. They think he might have knocked into him. You know what I mean? But it wasn't any malice to it. But the one with the turban saying there was malice in it. But the one thing they can know that there wasn't was any malice because of the build up to it. If you know what I mean. So what his soul.
At best, the police have known there's been some public disturbance.
Yeah, well, the first report again, if that got through to them, a neighbour phoned through and said, "I think someone's been stabbed." Right. So, but when they've turned up, they might have seen an interaction and not think of a stabbing, if you know what I mean. But the only thing that I don't think they have been told is because he mentioned stabbing, and they haven't got a clue about stabbing. So I can't see how that has.
Absolutely, he's absolutely murdered him. He's whipped out his blade and murdered him.
No, it's not. Again, he's stabbed him 5 times over. Like his first defence, he couldn't explain why he stabbed him in the chest, and he couldn't explain why suddenly he's got his knife in the hand. If you know what I mean. Because he said he didn't realise he stabbed him in the chest, but that wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? But then when he ran away and trying to climb over the fence, he stabbed him twice in the legs.
Yeah, well, one of the most dangerous places to be stabbed. He's literally murdered. And
I think the finger one was a long one. I think he's cut a soft organ as well, vein. And
yeah, it says
so
that.
Yeah, master on, yeah.
It's
terrible. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll get some
Do you
kids.
not remember, that's quickly, do you remember the police when I was like unconscious on the floor in the takeaway? The sergeant came up to the officer and went, has she been assaulted? And he went, yeah, by me. Then he came over and arrested me. It was like, what? I've got all that on body cam now. That's cool. And then they told the other police officer that I haven't been unconscious. And then he admitted that I had after he sent paramedics away. But we know that's what
it's a bad policing, don't we? That is a thing, and that's shocking how much they're paid.
Yeah,
and they are supposed to be professionals, if you know what.
Yeah.
But
they
they are just human at the end of the day. They are like we don't know how we're going to react until we're in them situations.
You know, if you're a self-serving prick, absolutely. He's there to serve the public, isn't he? There's an injured man. Serve him then.
Yeah.
He's to serve. No, he came across all about himself, that cop. I don't think so, mate. Shut your mouth. Don't think so, mate.
Well, he's not everyone, though, is he?
Exactly. That's why I didn't say what everyone. I said
No,
unless
that's what I
you're.
But is that contempt for him, or is it a contempt for people who he thinks are criminals?
Well, the argument then is that as he's seen, oh wow, what an opportunity, a racial, because the whole force is seeing nothing but that as a priority. We don't know that yet. That's what people are speculating. It's all part of the training. It's seen as number one priority. It's if there's any aggravating, if it's about diabetes, that's what people.
I think that's what they were actually referring to earlier. You know. To do
well, because they know that's exactly what it is, and they're like, it's all going to come out, Angela, because it's been going on about it for forever and a day. That's why, because they know exactly what's going to come out, and that guy saying, "What? He knocked your turban off? Get them cuffs out."
Yeah, especially at the moment with all it being said.
It's not only him, Angela. It's his brother, and like his mum who took the thing away. It's a whole. They've set this scene, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. No,
they'll always go the more, what you call it, the more witnesses, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I agree with what you said, Trina, about how it's going to be, or it has been, and it will be. And that's one open. Fucking hell. Oh God. No, yeah, to do with just the racist element of it, even though there wasn't any. And but it's the phone call itself, wasn't it? It was it turned around, didn't it, into like a white man and a racial attack. It's like, what the fuck? You don't say shit like that on a 999 call. That's fucked up, innit? You don't. If that isn't just a telltale sign, then fucking what is? It was just crazy.
Early footage as well, where between the interaction between, that's after his phone's gone down, where his turban's straight, it hasn't been messed up.
Yeah.
But by the time the police have turned up, his turban's changed, and again that's why they think they know that he didn't touch his turban. It was done after the alteration, but that's only because of other and like some of the footage that they haven't shown in court because it's too. But the families have seen it, you know what I mean, and I think it's down to they've okayed the first footage. It might be a bit of time before they can accept the rest of the footage coming out, so that's supposed to be even worse. Before the police turned up.
Yeah.
Again.
All that. I mean, I'm sure people will be doing everything to try and get hold of that.
Yeah. Again, I think they need the fact you've got to have the family's permission, if you know what I mean, and that's their.
People hack and do all sorts of shit, don't they? They do crazy stuff to get stuff like that out, or the people accidentally leak it, or it gets leaked. So
I think we're letting the murder off lightly by thinking the police it's a racist element by the police, if you know what I mean. Until more comes out of that.
I'm not doing that. I'm seeing it as he's an absolute scumbag murderer.
Yeah, no, but you know what? All them people today, though, they're all just like they're being led like sheep, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And it is by a racist element, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You got white nationalists mixed with civic nationalists, and again, it's some will admit it, some won't, but they're not. They won't admit what they are, if you know what I mean. And that to me is the maddest thing. They know everyone's to the left of them, so where else can that leave you? If you know what I mean? If you think everyone who disagrees with you is way to the left, where you know what I mean? And if you're turning up at rallies where fascists and anti-fascists are clashing, and you're on, what side? How are you not one of them sides, if you know what I mean? If you turn up on the anti-fascist and anti-fascist, how are you not anti-fascist? And if you're turning up on the fascist side, how are you not supporting fascists, if you know what I mean?
I think it's all bizarre. I do.
But they're all doing it for content.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. It's like I say, it's become just a laugh to me.
I just worry about who we're getting to on remand next. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's going to be some charges thrown out. There is, and I'm sure we'll watch on. Dewey, pleasure to have you, Angela, as always.
Nice one.
Good night.
Take care.
Ta-ra, guys. Cheers, Angela.
No.
Angela, thank you, Angela.
Angela. Thanks.
Good night, love. Ta-ra, love. Bye-bye. Right, and I'm out. Angela, it's funny, isn't it? Goodbye. Goodbye indeed. I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everyone.